the Victoria Gallery and Museum Sculpture Walking Tour. Join us on a trail across the University of Liverpool Campus as we discover some of the outdoor artwork on display. This is a brief video tour which will provide your route and the sculpture titles. Please read the detailed text available on the VG&M walking tour page. When you arrive at each sculpture, you can press pause to read the information at your leisure and press play again to move to the next sculpture. There is also a full audio tour available on our YouTube channel. We begin in the quadrangle just behind the Victoria Gallery and Museum, looking to the left-hand side at the Ashton Building. Our next sculpture is also in the quadrangle, just beyond the grass between the Johnston and George Holt buildings. Walk across to the red between. We now move on to our next sculpture. The statue of Shemaiah is situated outside the Harrison Hughes building, just off the quadrangle. Continue walking past Shemaiah and walk towards Brodie Tower. Look up to the right-hand side and you will notice lettering on the side of Brodie Tower. Turn around and walk back towards the Victoria Gallery and Museum and quadrangle. Stop by the archway between the Ashton Building and George Holt Building. Look up and you will see a pair of sphinxes sitting above the archway. Pass underneath the archway and go towards the Harold Cohen Library steps. You will now see a better view of the sphinxes if you look up towards the Ashton Building archway from this side. While you are standing on the Harold Cohen Library steps, turn around and face the library. Look up and you will see our next sculpture above the window. You are now heading to the next sculpture, which is a short walk away. Continue your walk down Ashton Street. We are heading towards West Derby Street between the William Henry Duncan and Ronald Ross buildings. This walk will take approximately 5 minutes. Pass the sculpture and go between the Ronald Ross and William Henry Duncan buildings. Head towards University Square and the road that divides the University of Liverpool Student Guild and the Mathematics Building. Once on University Square, pass the Career Studio, which will be on your left-hand side. The Riley Building and Student Guild will be on your right. Stop on the left-hand side just by the gate to the mathematics entrance. To get to our next sculpture, go under the archway between the Mathematics Building and the Career Studio. Go past the Augustus John pub, which will be on your left-hand side. The next sculpture is situated just outside the Central Teaching Hub building. just beyond square with two circles, is our next sculpture on the building just in front of you. The central teaching hub has a frieze running around the outside of the entranceway. For our next sculpture, go past the central teaching hub. Walk down the road through the avenue of trees. Our next sculpture will be on the left-hand side, just outside the central teaching lab, opposite the Chadwick building. We will now head towards the University of Liverpool Sports Centre. From there, we pass it on the right-hand side and head towards the crossing. Once over the crossing, you are now in Abercrombie Square, and the next sculpture is just in front of you. For our next sculpture, still staying on Abercrombie Square, pass the sculpture by Tom Murphy and head towards Abercrombie Square. The grassy area can be entered through a side gate and you can cut across the park. We're heading for the far corner across past the pavilion. You have now successfully completed the campus sculpture tour. More sculptures may be added or removed over time due to building work and new commissions. Please check back regularly for updates.